G'day and welcome to a new video. In this video, I'm going to be showing some much needed love and attention to this front lawn, which is growing really nicely and it needs a bit of work. I'm going to be talking about a few things, no real specific focus of this video, but hopefully a few things you'll be able to see and take away with how I'm dealing with this lawn going into winter. So the first thing to get done today is a cleanup with the rotary mower. Now there's a few reasons for this that it needs to be done, and I can't just mow it with my cylinder mower. So being autumn, we've had heaps of leaves dropping. That tree behind you there is pretty much completely bare. Down the street, you can see those trees behind me there. Still a few leaves to fall from there, but you know, trees that are not evergreen at the moment, they're just about bare in my area, ready for winter. What that does, puts these leaves all over the lawn. It's actually, when I was planning this video and thinking about it, I was like, oh yeah, there'll be leaves everywhere, because recently, probably more so on that section, there's a lot of little leaves from those trees, but leaves everywhere over the lawn. And what I've been doing is I've been lazy in terms of how I've been dealing with the lawn, and I've said that at the start, but I've just been getting a leaf blower, blowing away a bit, just pushing them to the side where they're going to blow back onto the lawn in a minute anyway, getting my cut done and going back inside. So at the moment, this is a kikuyu lawn, a warm season lawn that I've overseeded with a cool season rye. And it's amazing how much that rye is growing up above the kikuyu at the moment. It really, the rye in it, you know, my kikuyu at the back needs a cut every week to week and a half. This rye that's in here needs a cut twice a week at least at the moment, and I'm just not doing it. So firstly, I'm going to be using the rotary mower, because the rotary mower uses suction to suck up the grass and to chop and to spin around and to pick up leaves and basically anything that's under there. Whereas when I get the cylinder mower in a minute, I'll show how that works. But what I want to do is, for all these leaves here, I want to put the rotary across it. It's going to pick a lot of stuff up. It's going to help the grass stand up a little bit as well for when I come across and give it a cylinder cut. At the moment, I'm cutting this at 22 mil with the cylinder. So I want to cut with the rotary at about 30-ish. I think 27 or 35 is what I can do. So I'll probably go 27. I'll clean it up and then I'll come back across with the cylinder, put some stripes on there and give it a nice clean cut. So I think I'm going to title this video something like lawn care lessons or something like that. 5 lawn care lessons, and one of them is that it's really good to mow in different directions. So I started a doubles pattern going this way across all of the 5 sections of the lawn. So what I'm going to do today is go on just random diagonals or something like that to cross over and cut the lawn in a different direction. Just helps better growth. And if you're using a rotary all winter as well, then you do want to make sure you're cutting in different patterns and directions, or you're going to get massive wheel ruts in your soggy soil. Hopefully this is going to come up okay on the camera, but you can see this stuff here, the rye, growing way above that thicker leaf down there on the kikuyu. Massive difference. Nice clean up there. It's definitely looking a lot tidier out here now. Some of those leaves are still hanging around because they've just been mulched a little bit, but as a whole, much tidier. So as you can see here in the catcher, I've got mostly that like thin strands of rye, not much, if any, kikuyu in here, maybe a tiny bit, but it's mostly all of those leaves which I wanted to pick up, which is great. If you have a cylinder mower, this might be different for you. You might not have to do the rotary cleanup first. Some mowers, they will just slay through whatever, but there's always kind of a limit as to how tall the grass can be, and use your cylinder mower and get a nice clean cut. So the rotary here, those blades there, they are spinning around and they are chopping up and spinning really quickly. So that's why they are picking up the leaf and then cutting the grass that was underneath it, etc. With a cylinder mower is cutting between the bed knife and the reel. So it's spinning there and it's cutting it between those two surfaces. And now I'm on a leaf hunt. Oh, there we go. So if you've got a big leaf like this, which is sitting on the ground like that, then the cylinder mower is going to roll over it, and then it might stand up and get cut. It certainly is in this instance because I'm doing it so slowly. But a lot of the time, what I find with this mower in particular is that it will roll under and then be stuck under the front. So when it gets to the bed knife and the cutting reel, it's still trapped under the front roller, so it doesn't actually stand up and get cut. Unsure how good of an explanation that is, but generally, yeah, that's what's happening, is that the cylinder mower, it's just not going to cut through everything, whereas obviously with a rotary as well, if the grass is this tall, but to a certain degree, it's going to chop through, it's going to spin around, it's going to cut everything. And another thing to add into, you know, a lawn care kind of lesson for today is the fact that I have set this as to what I've measured out to be 27 mil. I'm about to cut at 22 mil with this, but in no way will the height of cut on a cylinder and a rotary ever really match up and be the same. Just with the weight of a cylinder mower, and even I've seen people that have used a light cylinder mower, like similar to what I've got, a mass board, an entry level, even a 14 or a 17 inch Scott Bonner. This is a 20 inch mass board, but they've set it at 20 mil, and then they've used, or they've trialed a heavier, bigger mower and set it at 20 mil, and it's completely scalped their grass because it's just not the same. So those numbers are a bit of a guide. I've got what I've wanted today because I've just cleaned it up and tidied it up, and I would still anticipate, it's dangerous to guess, I'm probably still going to get half a catcher or a catcher off this in the cylinder. So anyway, it's set at 22 mil because that's what I wanted at for the back. Probably could be lower out here with the rye at the moment, but 22 is a nice cut to get some nice stripes. Before I start again as well, before I get mowing, with this tree here, you can see how this filtered light is coming through, and that's something that is fantastic about winter, is that when the leaves fall off the tree, it allows more sunlight to get onto the grass, more photosynthesis for the leaf to be able to get what it needs to grow and be healthy, even though it's not going to do as much in winter. But yeah, normally I'd be standing in full shade here. Anyway, let's cut it. Again. There you go, probably only a quarter or so of a catcher in the end there, but geez, it's looking pretty nice out here, pretty nice. Out there, out in this this front lawn, there are a few spots that I'm a bit worried about. Particularly here is one that gets really soggy and crappy when we get any sort of rain. So it sort of spreads around to there, a little bit on that edge. That section's pretty nice. The other three are just really, these two I just find super awkward to actually mow. Something else that is important to acknowledge about the leaves and getting them off the ground is the fact that, especially when you get big, massive piles of them collecting in certain areas, is that's going to really mat down. It's not going to let any light or anything on there. You think about if you leave, you know, if you had a tradesman at your house that's left sheet metal or something on your grass and it just kills what's underneath it. So you do still really want to be picking up those leaves as much as you can. I've got an area right here against the house where leaves collect a lot. But yeah, anyway, really good thing to do. And if you have let things go with your cylinder a bit, depending on what cylinder mower you've got, giving a nice tidy up with the rotary is a good thing to do. But yeah, the Raikuyu out here is looking pretty nice. One thing I find is that the sun getting lower in the sky, makes it harder to get the right angles where the stripes on the lawn look its best, which is one of my main things about lawn care that I love, is making the stripes look good. But anyway, it's getting a bit low in the sky now. It's only 2:30 in the afternoon, so definitely look forward to spring and summer again when it sits up really, really high to get the stripes looking their best. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. Just a nice quick clean up today out here. Not doing the edges because I did them last week. I've got other things to do inside, and yeah, the edges, they just don't need doing as much this time of year. If you are interested in seeing more about this hybrid lawn that I have got, this Raikuyu rye lawn, there's a full-length video that you can go and watch on that of me start to finish overseeding. Well, firstly scalping down this lawn and then overseeding it and that sort of thing. Lawn Tips winter mix is coming out here in 2 weeks, and I'll be doing the same as the back lawn, and applying a half rate every 3 weeks. But yeah, hopefully in the end, based on the title, I got the 5 lawn care lessons. Maybe I'll have to change the title. There's a few in there about leaves and cylinder mowers. So either way, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Like it and subscribe and all that sort of stuff if you want to, and you feel like it. It'd be nice, I think. But anyway, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.